There we go. And there's the alerts. So, guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Episode 99.
Howdy.
99. Sucio Sports. Presented by the good folks at I hate when they do that automatic thing. I should have did that before the show started to edit that shit out. But fuck it. We live. And shit happens on live broadcast.
We here now. Fuck it.
Cause y'all already know how I like to kick off the show. But oh, this week was it was crazy. It was kind of crazy. I
Been
was
a
just
weird
ready
week.
for the week to end, dog. And I'm ready for this week to end too.
Yeah.
Like it's like I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm over everything and everybody.
Oh shit. Yeah. Man. Let me tell you, this week ain't been. I think I'm ready for this year to be over. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes. Pretty much.
I've had a roller coaster of a year.
Pretty much.
I'm definitely ready to move on to 2026.
Shit been crazy, bro. I just been like, God damn. Can I catch a break? Can I tread water for just a little bit? Just a little bit. I'm not asking for much. But god damn.
When it rains, it pours. That's at least that's what they say.
Don't rush the year. You right, Sierra. You right. Shouldn't
Is
rush
that a
it, but I'm
CC
just saying.
sighting? Or
Mm-hmm.
early CC sighting at that?
Mm-hmm.
Sub
Man.
C, how are you? I'm sorry, guys. My energy might be a little off. I am tired as hell. I ain't even gonna front to y'all, man. I am tired as fuck. So
Bruh.
I'm not as turned as I normally am right now. That's why
Look,
I'm like fucking drained, bro.
bruh. I threw on this t-shirt and I warmed up my snack. And I was like, man, if I don't hit this button right now, this button ain't gonna get hit. I made sure I got everything prepped and
Listen,
started before I even
when
took
you
my
sent that
shower and
text,
stuff. Hmm.
let me tell you, when you sent that text, I was sitting on the couch and I was like 2 seconds from being out of it. I promise you. Right when you sent that text, I jumped up quick as hell.
No, because that's why I set up the fucking the pod and everything before I took my shower and stuff. Cause I'm like, if I take my shower and I don't have all this stuff set up and I go to sit down, as soon as I sit down, I'll be like, man, I ain't gonna feel like doing this. Like, nope. Mm-mm. Let me just go ahead and get it set up now. That way I'm telling myself I gotta do it regardless. That's what kept me going. Oh
I'm
shit,
on the clock
work.
right now. These people. Mercury is definitely in Gatorade.
Oh, the McRib is back. I forgot.
I'm drained too. I hope this McRib fixes. McDonald's does sound good right now. Not gonna lie.
I forgot. Totally appreciate you, Dallas. Good looking
Ooh,
out.
is it time for the men's blood and guts? I like the fact that we a sports show and we can talk sports live and wrestling live while
Hmm.
all this shit is on. It's beautiful.
Dog, let me tell you something.
That women's
We
blood
was
and guts was fire.
I missed it. So I'm just like I'll catch up on it later. But I'm about to put one of these damn games on while I'm thinking about it. Oh, that's what it was. I knew it was something like kind of sportsy that I wanted to bring up, but so I finally watched Smashing Machine today.
Hey, bro, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I really did. I didn't know too much about Mark.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was dope learning about him. I think The Rock did or Dwayne did a phenomenal job. That is it's hard to say it's outside of his realm of what we're used to because we know him from wrestling. But I think he did a phenomenal job in the movie. It was great. Like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't know too much about his life and anything about
Mm-hmm.
him, to be honest. So for me, it made me go back and like Google and look up,
Mm-hmm.
different stuff. But it
Yeah.
was really dope. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I was not feeling it.
Oh,
I was not. Did not. I didn't.
okay.
I didn't like. I like. I don't know. Maybe it was because I was sleepy and I tried to watch it last night. Then I had to pick up on it earlier today, and I was still sleepy. I'm gonna try to watch it again and give it another shot. But
Because I
I
think that
wasn't
day I
feeling it.
watched it, it was like it was either a Saturday or a Sunday, and I didn't have
Hmm.
nothing to do.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I feel like it was like a Saturday and it was raining or something, but like I really sat on like I'm really was chilling on the couch and I'm like
Hmm.
watching it. So,
Yeah.
but it was good though. Like I said, I enjoyed it because it was something different from The Rock. I'm not a huge movie Rock fan personally.
Hmm.
I hate everything that him and Kevin Hart does together. Personally, I saw Jumanji 3 come out next year and I just kept asking why. Uh I don't yeah. So but that's why I liked it because it was outside of what you normally see from him. Like he really was acting in this. So yeah, like I said, I liked it. It was dope. I feel like it touched on the parts of his life that it needed to. I
Hmm.
like the fact at the very end, they showed him at the grocery store like doing normal stuff. Like he was just
Yeah,
walking.
like it was.
I
It was
love that
Mark.
part.
It was actual. When they switched, I was like, "Hey, that's the real dude."
Yeah, he was like, "Hey guy." It was all you know what it gave me? It gave me Truman Show. It was the way he looked at the camera and spoke to the camera. It was
Hmm.
just like, "Hey guys, all right, you guys have a great day." Like it was dope.
Yeah, I really wonder if that was one of those unscripted things that they just decided to keep in there.
I think it was. I think that was just him. They were just filming him out and about,
Yeah, yeah,
and that was like they just caught him just leaving the grocery store, going home. So that was dope. the first,
yeah.
the first Jumanji was funny because it was the first one. Then they went and made another one, and now they're making the third one. I'm good, personally. I'm off
Wait,
that.
bro.
Like
Speaking of
I'm
movies,
so good.
hold up.
Yeah,
I'm just not realizing there's a fifth Toy Story. I didn't even know there was a fourth.
the fourth one was good. It was actually really good. Me and the kids watched that a lot. The fourth one was actually really good.
Yeah, bro. I didn't even know it was a fourth. I'm like, damn, it's a fourth one. So
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm gonna have to find some time to watch that one.
the doc is in.
What's up, Dre? Yeah, I'm gonna have to find some time to watch that one though, because I'm like, wait, there's a fourth, a fifth coming out.
Yeah,
Where's the fourth one?
you
But
cried on the fourth one, really? Did I cry? What happened at the end of the fourth one? Nah. I heard the fifth. Man, there's a lot of dope movies coming out, man. Mario has the second one coming out in April. Um, the Michael Jackson movie coming out next year. I think we all going. I
oh
gotta
yeah,
go. I gotta go see that. Uh, Sierra, you might like this one. Devil Wears Prada 2, after all these years, comes out next year. Uh,
what?
yeah, I didn't. I'm not. I've watched the first one. Not a fan, but when I saw the second one was coming out, I was like, eh. Yeah, he did. Okay, that part. Okay. Yeah. See, this is how you get me to wake up. You got to engage me because I look. Thank you. Because this code red is only gonna do but so much. I never cried over a movie. Um, man, have I ever cried over a movie? I'm trying to think. I feel like I have.
Mm,
Not a movie.
mm-mm.
It was two TV shows. And if y'all are fans of either one of them, you'll know what I'm saying. Orange is the New Black. When Pusey died. I don't know if you watched that part, that Jermaine, but
Mm-mm.
if anybody watching, it was that one. That episode when Pusey died. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That touched me. And it was police brutality. Like as far as like what was going on, I think it was right after the George Floyd stuff. Yeah, that shit got me. Um, and when Opie died on Sons of Anarchy, hey bro, that shit broke me. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, hey bro, that scene, the way he died after everything Opie had went through,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was one of them ones, bro. Because it was just like you could tell, like he gave himself up to save everybody else,
Mm-hmm.
but it was also like, bro, I just don't want to be here no more. Like I got my
Damn.
kids, but I really don't want to live.
Damn.
Yeah, it was.
Some
Yeah,
deep
that's.
shit. Okay.
And I feel like it might be a third one. I don't know. I gotta think of it, but them two specifically. Want to
Yeah, I
wake up?
can't. I can't think of one, bro. I'm trying. I'm sure there is one. I just can't think of one.
I don't think The Color Purple made me cry.
It pissed me off.
Yeah, a lot,
It pissed me
especially
the
that
fuck
scene
off.
with that
It
Oprah,
pissed me
that
off.
Oprah scene, that
Dog.
Oprah scene still pisses me off till today. Rocky is. Hey, actually, you want to know something crazy, Drake? I'm with you. Rocky is overrated. All of them. I'm not gonna say what I really want to say because I ain't trying to get banned on here, but I got some takes about Rocky that people don't want to know. I'll tell you.
Man. And with that being said, let's start the show. Mm, mm, mm,
Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba.
mm, mm.
Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum, bum.
This is set up right now.
Woo-hoo. Uh,
Man, so this past week in football,
man, we've had some ups, downs, some losses. I guess I'll start there just
mhm,
to get the tears out the way since we were talking about crying. Uh, Paul Tagliabue passed away this past Sunday.
yeah,
Uh,
that was kind of crazy, man.
yeah, he was, I think, 84, I believe it was,
Yeah, I believe
87,
so. I believe
84,
so.
87, something like that. And then this past week, was it before the show or after? Dallas Cowboys defensive tackle Nealon, um,
Yeah, Marshawn Nealon. Paul
Marshawn
Tagliabue was
Nealon,
84. He was 84.
84. Okay,
Hmm.
and Marshawn Nealon took his own life this week.
Yeah, man.
That was crazy because I was like, dang, like bro had an amazing game Monday night.
Yup. And just a few
Amazing
days
game
later,
Monday
bro.
night.
That's why
Yeah,
you always check on your people, man. Always check on your people.
yeah, bro. He had been going through a lot, like mentally, and that he was dealing with. And then to
Hmm.
find out that his current girlfriend also was pregnant.
Hmm.
Not sure if he knew about that or not. She may not have even gotten a chance to tell him yet. He had two other kids, two other daughters. Um, but yeah, mental health is real, man.
Just sad,
We
bro.
yeah, we in our group we always doing mental health check-ins with the fellas.
Hell yeah.
We all be going through it. Sometimes you just gotta, if it's every day, once a week, twice a week, how many other times? Hey man, talk, bro. Talk. When you think people don't want to hear you, I ain't gonna lie. We might got a friend or two that we really probably don't want to hear their problems, but I'm gonna listen because I need you to get that out. I need you to get that up off you. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like sometimes I
Hmm.
don't want to hear that shit. I ain't gonna lie, but I
It's
still,
like you gonna
I
still
know I
do
be
it.
having, yeah, I know I be having my moments where I be like,
Hmm.
I know niggas don't want to hear, none of what I'm talking about, but I'm glad they there to listen. So, because sometimes you just need to talk it out and get it up off you. So, um, prayers to his family and the Cowboy family. That
Yeah, real man.
yeah, that was just crazy, man.
Yeah, and
Um,
he was only 24 years old too, so it wasn't
yeah,
like he
that's the
was
other
like
side, bro.
he had lived this long life or had this long drawn out career and
Yeah, because these
whatever.
last couple of weeks have been crazy with former NFL players dying, and most of it has been
Yeah.
suicide or some type of dealing with mental health. So
It's not
it's
too
been
long ago we just had Doug Martin like 2 weeks ago or so.
yeah, it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then when you find out what happened with that, it's
Yeah.
just like mental health is real, especially if you have any family that have played contact sports like that. You don't know the impacts of those full force hits and stuff like that until later on. Some players like a kneeling, it could affect you earlier rather than later. Um, so
Hmm.
told you that's why the boys about to play soccer, man. We ain't. I think this might be our last year playing football. Like we might just look at soccer, basketball, baseball, something
Yeah.
else.
it's it's kind of crazy, man, because it's like, sometimes I just be wishing that, you make yourself as accessible as possible sometimes to people in your life to try to let them know you're there for them or whatever, but
Hmm.
ultimately it's up to them to make that decision to follow through and seek the help that's actually out there for them. All we can
Yeah.
do on our part is like offer that help and that support, that love, and let them know we here for them. And hopefully they accept it in return. But it's like everybody go through stuff at different points in times, and like I've had some conversations with people recently about some stuff that they was dealing with and going through and stuff like that. And I've talked to people about stuff I'm dealing with and I'm going through. And it's like
Hmm.
it's always better to know that you got somebody out there for you that genuinely cares about you, that wants to see you well. You know what I'm saying? And wants to see you like, you know, okay. It's not just people out there that's looking to leech or benefit off of you for whatever reason. It's somebody out there that probably actually genuinely cares about you and wants to see you do well. And unfortunately, man, I think people
Hmm.
don't realize how much help and how much love is actually out there waiting on them. And when it comes to that point, man, that's when
Yeah.
it's like, damn, I wish it was, you know what I'm saying? I wish it was different, but unfortunately it's not. So we just got to live with it and continue to check on people, whether they need it or not, or we don't think that they think they need it or not. Like, just continue to check on people. If you haven't heard from somebody in a while, or even if you hear from them on a regular basis and you starting to sense like a change or something in them, man, check on them. Do it in private. It ain't got to be in public. Don't nobody have to know what you're doing or saying. Just check on people, man, because you just never know. But yeah, this past week in football was it was something else because stuff that I was not expecting to happen happened, and stuff that I was expecting to happen didn't happen as usual. I mean, that's typically
Yeah.
the way it goes. Um, so this past week I said Vikings Ravens would be a good game, and where's that game? It was alright. I mean, it was pretty decent. The Ravens had three takeaways, and the Vikings pretty much gave it to them, but it was still a decent game. That Patriots
The
Bucks game was good.
That was actually a really good one. That
Yeah.
Vikings Ravens though, I feel the Ravens deserved the win. The
Mm-hmm.
Vikings gave that away. Like you said,
Hmm.
I think the Vikings could have easily beaten the Ravens. The Ravens weren't playing particularly well. They had damn near like 15 drives within 10 in the red zone, and every time it was 3 points. They could not score to save their life in the red zone. Um, it was like 3 points every time.
Hmm. The crazy
Uh,
part about it was like when I'm looking at the game, I'm like, okay, Minnesota was up 10-9 at halftime, and they was already like messing up. So I'm like, all right, if they get a hold of themselves and correct this, correct that, they're gonna be all right. I mean, Lamar didn't have like a great game or nothing like that, and Derrick Henry was
Mm,
held under 100 yards again. But it was just like you can't fumble the ball once and throw two picks with that type of team and expect that they just gonna keep on just pissing the bed the way you piss in the bed.
right.
So I mean, it is what it is. But that Patriots Bucks game though,
Hey,
that
cousin
was
went crazy.
insane, bruh. I figured he might have a shot at having a decent game. I was not expecting the 10 yards of carry and two tutties. I was not expecting that.
I was. I'm gonna tell you why. He did it at Ohio State. He consistently I've whoever drafted him, no matter where he went to, he was gonna be a steal because of what they're not even and them bringing him in. Like I said, him being drafted wherever, he was gonna be a steal because they weren't gonna realize what they had until like an injury or something like that. Like on the as far as special teams, he was gonna do work. But as far as like being an every down back, I don't think people really understand his talent, and I still don't think they do. I still think he's underestimated, even what he's done these last couple of weeks, because they're just gonna say, "Well, he's a rookie." Da da da. But like, I think
Hmm.
by year 3, and he's been consistently doing it, they're gonna see something. Like he he's a workhorse, and he's been like that since middle school, and he's only been getting better every year. Like consistently every year, he has added something to his game and gotten better. He's gotten bigger, stronger, faster this year coming into the draft and coming into the season. So I'm proud of him for real. That was his coming out party this weekend. Last week he had a great game, but this I think that Bucks game is coming out party.
Oh, for sure. Like I was expecting him to have one of them breakout performances at some point. I just didn't think it was gonna be against that defense. That's what. That's all. I just didn't think it was gonna be that
And
defense.
that
But
was
I
the other
mean,
side.
shit.
Because respect to the Bucks defense, I thought yeah, I figured the game still was gonna go the way it went a little bit. I thought it was gonna be a lot
Mhm,
closer. Just
mhm,
because like the Bucks are still a great team. So
mhm.
um but no, it was good. It was I don't think the only game that made me is our game. Um I don't even know what to say about this team anymore. Now remember
Which
I told you it was what 2 years ago? Because last year I didn't feel this way last year. Last year I was confident the entire season. Like
tell them who you
offense,
talking
defense,
about.
I knew oh the Eagles, sorry.
Yeah.
Um I was very confident that we were winning the Super Bowl last year. Like super confident. 2 years ago,
Mhm.
we were what 10-1 right before the bottom fell out. And I kept saying we are the worst 10-1 team in the NFL. Like we're number one, but we are horrible. And then the bottom fell out, and I wasn't upset because we were squeaking by every week. Like God was helping us win a lot of games. It was like 3, 4 weeks in a row. It was like miracle shit happened at the end, and we just happened to win. And then this season has been damn near the same. That offense is fucking horrendous. Horrendous. I'm with AJ now. At first, I was like, just shut up and win. But now I'm like, I understand his gripe. Like I watched his interview today, and Janky Rondo actually almost got him set up from last night. That I watched that clip like 5 times. I went back and watched the whole stream. It was actually kind of funny. But he was genuinely asking AJ a question. Like he won't trying to like bait him or nothing like that. But AJ kind of talked about everything after practice today, and um I'm just with him as far as like we're living on the defense right now. We have this amazing prolific offense that's not contributing. Like if the defense wasn't doing what they were doing, we would probably lose by a lot every week. But the offense isn't handling their side of things. And that's more or less been what his gripe is, not his stats, not him particularly. The entire offense isn't handling their business. And I agree with them. Um, these like beating Green Bay 10-7, it was a great defensive game on both sides. It really was. But that team that won Monday night, if we don't step it up offensively, we're going to get killed by the Lions, in my opinion. Because that Lions offense, as great as our defense is, they're what we have on offense, they have that same thing, in my opinion, but a little better and a lot more consistent. Well, they've been a little inconsistent lately because Vikings got their ass up out of here last week. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, that's this.
the other game that I had for this week
That's the
was
first
the
time I was
Steelers and the
upset. So,
Chargers. Yeah, the Steelers and the Chargers did not turn out the way I thought it would. They put belt to
it
ass to
did
the
not.
Steelers.
I was shocked by that too.
They put belt to ass. Like I'm gonna put it to you like this, bro. When I saw that safety, I was like, yeah, it's not gonna go
It was
well.
3-2.
Bro, when I saw the fucking safety, that's when I knew. I was like, yeah, this game about to go off the rails. I said, this is not gonna turn out how I thought it would. We are not gonna get this either great defensive game like this one of them 17-14 games, and we're not about to get a 38-31 shootout. We're about to get an ass whipping some kind of way, somehow.
Right.
Because it was it was just like you could see where the protection just wasn't gonna be there for Aaron Rodgers that night. And I was like, okay, if this game gonna keep going like this, then yeah, we're gonna be in for it. And it ended up turning out exactly how I thought after I saw that safety. So it is what it is,
I saw the
man.
highlights. I fell asleep on that one.
Nah, bro. I stayed up and watched most of it. Then I didn't even fall asleep. I changed the channel. I didn't even feel like watching the rest of the game. I kept up with it on my phone. I would just like check my phone every so often because I was watching. I can't even remember what I was watching. But I probably was watching basketball or something, like college basketball or
Mm.
some shit. But like I changed the channel and I kept up with the score on the game. I turned it to it every so often. I'd be like, yeah, this is pointless, man. They ain't coming back. It's just it didn't even make sense to finish watching it because after the first half, I was just like, this game is not gonna turn out in their favor. It's not gonna turn out how I thought it would. So I'm punting on it. Straight up. I was like, man, I ain't even about to waste my damn time with this. And like, but it be games like that though. Like you start watching the game or something, and you think like, oh, this game is gonna be great, da 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 da. And then it take a turn, and then the team can't get the momentum back, and the other team just keep capitalizing on the momentum that they got. After that, it's just
Mm-hmm.
like, man, fuck it, I don't feel like watching this no more. But um, the other things that happened in football this past week, um, well, the other thing that I want to make sure we touch on before we move on to next week's games is Brian Daboll got fired from the Giants.
Are we shocked?
Uh, I'm gonna be honest with you, yes and no. And the only reason why I'm saying yes and no, at first I was gonna say no, but then I am kind of shocked because Jackson Dart was the guy that he pounded the table for in the draft room.
Mm-hmm.
They moved up and drafted him. So I thought that meant he would at least have this year, especially after he made the move to start Dart a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that he had bought himself time when they made that move, but evidently not. So
I wouldn't have. So I'm with you. I wouldn't have fired him either. Um, Even though going into the season, I definitely thought this was Dayball's last ride going into the season. Just because of how he's been up until this point with like team wise.
mhm.
But neighbors getting hurt killed him. But even in losses, they looked great offensively, right? Like the Saints game, they lost, but they looked amazing. Like
Yeah, they look really
he had
good.
chemistry with the second and third string. Yeah, like Dart had chemistry with the wide receivers. Theo Johnson was emerging as was definitely stepping up as a tight end. Then when Tracy got hurt, when Tyrone Tracy went down, Scatterbo came in, and we knew what he was going to do.
But that's the
Then
other thing,
him
though.
getting hurt, I think that's more
Right.
or less what it was. It was Neighbors, Scatterbo, and I think
Hmm.
last week when Dart got hurt and it was that concussion, I think because this is the second time, in their opinion, and I'm not sure if this had anything to do with it, but it's the second time he kind of mishandled Dart after an injury. Because that first
Hmm.
one was against us when he kept going in the tent, trying to rush them to bring him back out.
Hmm.
Um, and I don't think he should have played. He should have finished that game. But I think
I want
Dayball
to
was like
say,
pushing them to
yeah,
put him back in the game.
I want to say, I think the organization may have gotten fined also, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember, but
He did. It was the organization. It was him, and it was Scatterbo. Um, sorry, they fined Scatterbo for going in the tent also. His fine was small, but it was Dayball, the organization, and it was Scat. But and then they apparently though he mishandled another concussion type of thing this weekend. Um, so Jameis starting this weekend though. I'm excited about that, man. Anytime Jameis get in the game, man, I be hyped. Listen, I'm still a fan of Jameis, bro. Jameis is he's just good energy. It's hard to root against that man. Like that
it
man's so
is,
positive,
bro.
bro, and
Yeah,
I wanted him to. I definitely want him to continue winning. Like he has a great
yeah,
career as an analyst or whatever he want to do after football. He's gonna be
yeah,
amazing at it. Like I know it. So
bro.
I'm excited that he playing this weekend for real.
I could totally see Jameis being like a
Hell, you be a pastor.
no, well, yeah, obviously, yes, but I could see him being like the NFL's version of inside the NBA.
Yep.
Like they put him with a couple of other personalities and a solid host. Like that's gonna kill. But I definitely think like he does have a future in media for sure. And like the Super Bowl weekend, Super Bowl week, like that cemented it. Like we already
Yeah.
kind of knew this, but Super Bowl week cemented it when he was. I think he was working for Fox or somebody for that weekend or something. And
I
the fact that
believe
they were
so.
in New Orleans, like it just it and the people
I
there
watched
still loved
everything he
him,
posted that weekend.
bruh. The people in New Orleans still love Jameis. Like so, it was just it was easy. But as far as this coming week's games, what did I put out
Oh,
there?
let's
I
see
said,
what we got for this week.
who did I say was excluded? Oh, this was last week's games. My bad. That's last week's games. Okay, no, this week I said the Lions Eagles games is excluded because that's the matchup we've been waiting on.
Mm.
That's one of the matchups we've been waiting on. But one of the games that I do have, I need to put down on my list for sure, is Chiefs Broncos because guess what? Beginning of the season, when I said the Broncos gonna win the NFC West, people thought I was crazy. Now we in week 11.
Mm.
Somebody in that matchup is 8-2, and the other team is 5-4 and 1-3 in their division. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I ain't gonna say I told y'all so, but
Jameis the new
the
Charles Barkley.
it's looking like it.
Oh,
But yeah, that
niggas
Chiefs Broncos
talking.
game is definitely one that I want to keep an eye on this weekend because I want to see if the Broncos can
Oh, okay.
actually pull it off, and I want to see if the Chiefs gonna fight back So that was definitely one game that I had on my
I'm gonna be
list.
honest with you. I can't pick a game this weekend. It's too many.
This
It's
nigga here.
divisional. It's a divisional Sunday. It's a divisional. Do you know that? It's a divisional Sunday. Majority of these games are divisional games. This tough.
The other game I
I could
had,
name damn near every
uh,
game except for three right now.
Bucks Bills. That was another game that I want to keep an eye on. Is Bucks Bills. Um, and the Bears and the Vikings is another game. That's the other game. That's what it
All
was.
right.
Bears Vikings. Them
You
the
know
three
what?
games.
By
Chiefs
default, I'm
Broncos,
about to
Bucks Bills,
pick all.
Bears
Okay.
Vikings. Them the three
So
that I was looking at. Cause I just feel
okay.
like that Bucks Bills
All right.
game is
So
going. Both of them coming off a loss. Both of them thought that they had decent expectations going into the season. Um, they both still can make something happen, make something shake out of this season. It's just who gonna get off the snide, Buffalo or Tampa. As far
mm,
as the other ones is concerned, like the Bears Vikings game, I want to see that because we thought Minnesota would be the team that's nearing a playoff, trying to stay in the playoff hunt. And we thought the Bears would be the team that's under 500. It said it's the opposite way around. The Vikings are under 500 and the Bears are in the playoff hunt. So I want to see if the
right.
Bears can keep it up or if the Vikings going to turn their season around. And then as far as the Chiefs Broncos, I already said like I picked the Chiefs. I mean, I picked the Broncos to win that division this year because I felt like the Chiefs was gonna fall off, and so far it's looking like that's how it's going because Broncos found a way to manage to get an 8-2 record, 5-0 in the division, and the Chiefs are 5-4 and 1-3 in the division. So it's like I did not think it would be that big of a disparity between them two teams when I predicted that. I thought that it would be much closer. The Chiefs would still make the playoffs, but the Broncos would just win the division. Right now, it's looking like shit. The Chiefs may not make the playoffs. They keep fucking around.
Yeah. All right. So the first one, the first two, probably gonna be Chargers, Jags, because that one that has a lot of
Mm,
playoff implications. Um,
mm. Yeah, that is
Bucks,
gonna be a
Bills,
good one to watch. I forgot about that one.
and mm,
Oh, it's
mm,
another one, bro. If you don't name this one because I forgot it, come on, bro. Please name this game, please, because I forgot
I
it.
feel like it's the rest of them are divisional, so I know they're gonna be fire ass games though. That's the thing. Like
Come on, dog. It's
49ers,
one game in
no,
particular.
Seahawks. It's probably gonna be that Seahawks Rams.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, because I
But
knew
that's why I said for me this week is tough because
it
it's all these divisional games are gonna be fire, in my opinion. At least
bruh,
looking at them,
wait.
like they're really gonna be fire ass games. But that one I'm gonna love because of the jerseys. Like
Oh,
it's
okay,
like
yeah,
the game is
yeah,
gonna be dope, but
yeah,
that the jersey's gonna go crazy too.
yeah. I'm just looking forward to Matthew Stafford and this MVP pace that he has going against that Seahawks defense.
Man,
And I'm looking forward to seeing if Sam Darnold can actually like prove himself against that Rams defense. So it's
because
like we
Sam
got the
Darnold is
old
also having an MVP type of season.
bruh. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Can the old grizzled vet prove that he still got something left in the tank? And then on the opposite side is can this, reformed up and comer, show that he is worth the contract that he got and the starter status that he has in Seattle. It's like both quarterbacks got something to prove, even though they've, tried to prove themselves pretty much already with Darnold making a turnaround year last year, really showing what he got. And then Stafford
Yeah.
proving that, he just had to stay healthy to prove that he still got games. So yeah, that's definitely gonna be a badass game. Definitely gonna be a badass game.
Yeah, but like you said, that Chiefs Broncos has so much on the line for the Chiefs as far as
Mm-hmm.
their entire season. I think the
Mm-hmm.
rest of their season, specifically making the playoffs at least, rides on this Chiefs Broncos game. Same thing for the Ravens. The Ravens are on a week by week right now. Every week is a new season or a new start for them going forward.
Mm-hmm.
But the Browns are one of those like one of those tricky games where it's like you think it's a layup and it can't be. Like the Browns are still a
Mm-hmm.
tough. They still play tough, and it's a divisional game again.
Well, you know that defense is gonna show up
Like
because
we
of
just said,
Miles Garrett and
Seahawks
whatnot.
and
So,
Rams, 49ers and Cardinals.
mm-hmm.
The Cardinals easily beat the 49ers, knocked them out of start knocking them out of their spot. And
Mm-hmm.
they've been playing really well behind Jacoby Brissett. Um Bengals Steelers, same thing. The Bengals the Bengals is trying to stay alive until Burrow. Steelers are trying to foot played really horrible last week. Played really great the week before against the Colts. Uh we got the Vikings. The Vikings are trying to stay alive, and the Bears are trying to keep rolling. The one we ain't talk about out of because the last three after the last four after that, nobody cares about those games. I ain't gonna lie. Texans, Titans, Packers, Giants, Commanders, Dolphins, Jets, Patriots. Nobody cares. Um, Panthers, Falcons. The Panthers are turning their season around.
Yeah, they fighting to keep their season going, man. The way they doing, and the
They
Falcons is the
the
Falcons. To
Falcons
be
are
honest with
sliding.
you, bruh, everybody, people had high expectations for that team coming into this season. I was like, I don't see it.
I did. I
I
did.
didn't
And
see it.
it started great. And now the bottom is falling out. And for the Panthers, it started rough and it's starting to turn around. The Bucks still got that division. That division is solely theirs. But now it's a fight for number two. Um, Also, I want to hear what you had to say, Tyler. Show. What do you think after what you've seen these last 2 weeks?
Man, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. They still need to draft a fucking quarterback, man. I'm not convinced.
I don't think he's looked bad.
I'm not convinced. I'm sorry, I'm just not
I don't think
convinced.
he's bad though.
And this is
I
my
need a
thing.
couple more games to give a full assessment.
Yeah, I'm. That's why I'm saying show me something with whatever time you have left. But what you've shown me so far, and what I've seen in training camp and preseason and stuff, I'm not impressed. I'm just not impressed. I'm not convinced. I just feel like he hasn't done enough to like submit himself and plant the flag and be like, yeah, I'm QB1. I just don't see it.
I like some of his reads. I think he makes the right throw.
Hmm.
Um, I understand why what I saw the last 2 weeks. I understand why they felt how they felt. Um, because what I saw the last 2 weeks wasn't what I saw in preseason and in practice. But like I said, he was making good reads. He was making good throws. At the same time, when you trade one of his best wide receivers away, what am I supposed to do? So
I mean,
until they
yeah,
get
that's
more
true.
playmakers, it's going to look like that for any quarterback too. So
Yeah, he's a shade above 60% at 61.4 completion percentage this season, 3 touchdowns and 2 picks. Like, I
I'll
don't
take
know,
that.
bro.
It's not bad.
It's like
It's
it's
not bad.
not bad, but it's not good either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, I'm just not impressed.
Yeah,
If he show me something in the next few games, maybe. But as far as right now, I'm still under the impression of like if they're in the top of the draft, they may want to look at quarterback. If they don't look at quarterback, they may have like some other type of generational talent that they just can't pass up, like on the defensive, offensive line, or maybe like depending on if they win a few more games or whatever, they maybe end up picking fucking Caleb Downs, the safety from Ohio State, like third, fourth, or fifth or something like that. I'd be okay with
Yeah.
that too. I'm not up for you first you drafting first overall
You think
and
Brown?
you
You think this
well,
lose?
well wait, hold on. I'm not for a team to be first overall and because you got that pick and you got a quarterback that
Mm,
you think might be it and you draft another quarterback, but you're not really giving that other quarterback time to show what he could do or whatever. That's why I'm saying, like, if he showed me something over the stretch
I
of the
don't think
season,
a
cool.
quarterback has emerged because we ain't got
The ones I'm seeing, Mendoza from Indiana, Simpson from Bama, and oh gosh, I can't remember the other one. Kid from Oregon, I can't remember his name. Um, but Ty Simpson at Bama, Fernando Mendoza at Indiana. Those are the two that I've seen that have been like, you know what I'm saying, like just like they've been the ones that have been like the most prominently like talked about at the top of the draft again.
yeah. I don't think it's a quarterback that's emerged as that's gonna go that high. Um, I think quarterbacks can't be taken. Somebody's gonna reach on one. Like as of right now, looking at the draft order, I mean the Jets are gonna reach for a quarterback probably. Just because what we seen from Fields
Mm-hmm.
isn't it. He's winning. He's not turning the ball over. He just had his first
Mm-hmm.
interception last week all season, but it still
Yeah.
ain't good. So it's like
Yeah.
Mendoza has looked great, but I'm I wouldn't take him in the first round. I wouldn't reach on him. I like him though. I think Mendoza is probably the best out of everybody. I like Dante Moore from Oregon. I think he's been balling out. I think this draft that first round or that first
Mm-hmm.
15, it's really offense defense heavy as far as like wide receiver. Not even really with wide receivers this year. Next year is the wide receiver draft. If a lot of these sophomores come out, I think Carnell Tate is going to be a top 10 wide receiver pick. Somebody's going to take. You got Ruben Bain, you got Caden Proctor, you got the like you said, Caleb Downs. You got the
Mm-hmm.
other. You got what's his name? It's like two other guys at Ohio State on the defensive side. Um, I can't think of their names off the top of my head, but yeah, I this one I don't think this year is heavy
All
on
right. This is one that I like to
Mexicans can
go
ball
to.
too. Let's not be racist. Hey, I love Mendoza, yo. I ain't gonna hold you.
I should have
Nigga been
known
hooping.
Dre ass said that shit.
Hey, look,
You
Mendoza
know,
been hooping. I
hybrid
love him.
ass. Nah, but on Tankathon right now, they have the odds listed of who's going number one overall. Ty Simpson at plus 185 and Mendoza at plus 230 are the first two.
So
Dante
if it
Moore, wait,
stay,
wait.
if the draft
Dante
order
Moore from
stays the way it is right
Oregon,
now, Tennessee is picking number
wait.
one.
Dante Moore from Oregon is at plus 700, the third highest. Ruben Bain plus 750, Lenora Sellers plus 1,000, and Arvell Reese, the edge rusher from Ohio State, is at plus 1,000. That's the top like six guys that they have on their odds.
That's his name.
Reese,
Him, that boy.
yeah, Reese is a
But if the
monster.
draft
He's
order
another
stays
one.
the way it is right now, Tennessee ain't taking another quarterback. They actually are happy with Cam. They need to
That
put. They need to get him
that
help. He needs
no,
receivers.
but
He need O
this
line.
is what I'm saying though. Like they don't use they just predict like who has the best odds of going number one overall. They're not looking at who's drafting number one overall right now. They just looking at who might be the number one overall pick in this upcoming draft if you're gonna put odds on it. That's all they're not
Okay,
comparing that to who has the number one overall pick. They just saying who has the best odds of going first. That's all that is. That's why I just like to look at that just to see who they think is like top draft pick worthy right now as far as the prospects are concerned. But
gotcha.
yeah, that's all that is. That's just a betting odds thing that I like to look at. But as far as like the number one prospects are concerned, when you look at just the ranking of the prospects, that's where you'll see like this one for example on this website that I'm looking at. They have Ruben Bain first, Caleb Downs second, Ty Simpson third. Let me see what this one has it
That makes
as.
sense.
CBS Sports has Ruben Baines. They have Peter Woods and
And
then
of course,
Fernandez.
that draft order also changes. That depends on, uh, yeah. I think that draft order, of course, it or who's going where always changes depending on who's picking. They're gonna move players
Yeah,
around and
yeah,
say,
definitely.
this player is gonna
Because
go here, and
yeah, right.
stuff like that. So
That's why I always tell people when you looking at like the odds of going first overall, like the betting odds and the rankings, that don't have nothing to do with who's drafting where. That's just like the rankings is who do I think is the best player
mm,
in this draft as far as a pro prospect is concerned. The betting odds is just who Vegas thinks will go number one overall or whatever. That that I don't have nothing to do with who's picking first at this time or who got the worst record or whatever.
yeah,
Like so, it's like it's a different feel. Like when you look at a mock draft, that's when they're like, okay, if this team is picking at this position, I think they're gonna pick this player. That's when you be like, okay, I think you fucking crazy because I don't think this team is taking another defensive lineman or quarterback or whatever the fuck. Like those the ones I'd be like, I don't know, this seemed kind of sketch, but there's some people in that whole
yeah.
scouting
I got to arguing
department
in a
I trust, and some people I will not fucking even listen to. Um, Speaking of college
yeah.
football,
I got this one argument. Uh, the guy, it was one sport. Yeah, it was a sports space, and it was a dope space up
Mhm.
until a dude got up there and was like, "Yeah, Tennessee's drafting another quarterback," and the whole space is like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, they're not sold on Cam," and da-da-da. And I'm like, "Are you paying attention?" I kept
say, bro,
it
let me
just
tell
kept
you
sounding
something.
stupid. And I'm like, "Bro, are you not paying attention? Like, they love Cam. What are you talking about? They need to put skilled players around Cam. A.O. Maynard is his
Hmm.
number one wide receiver right now. They need to build upon that. I
Yeah,
like the
he does need
I
some
love
help.
the offense. They need
Hmm.
to go draft a back to draft or find one in free agency. They need to get O line. I think they need to focus on
Hmm.
Penn State.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Like,
I don't
but
think
he
that
was
Tennessee.
very dead. Like, nah, they're gonna send a pick and they're gonna draft and
I what I would have told him, I was like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah, I know." Okay, bet. Put your money where your mouth is. Then, if you're not willing to put your money where your mouth is, or make a solid bet or something to at least embarrass yourself publicly on social media or something. It don't even have to be money. You could just be like, "All right, I'm gonna change my Twitter handle to I'm a dumbass for a whole week." Like, put something on the line. If you gonna stand all 10 toes on that conviction, show me how serious you are about it. Then whenever you pull that card with people like that, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna shut the fuck up, have a coke and a smile, and get the fuck on their way. Because they don't mean what they say. They just saying shit just to get a fucking reaction or something. And it's like, bruh, unless you verified and you have thousands of followers and you collecting one of them Twitter checks that people be talking about, I don't believe you. You need more people. Like that. See this. Me, me calm down. Take another sip. This is why I don't go in spaces. Because I promise you, that would have raised
also
my blood pressure. Bruh, will you about to change the fucking comment. I ain't even addressing that shit no more. I'm tired of telling this dude that. Tennessee. Yes, bro. That's what we was talking about, bro. They need weapons. They need weapons bad, like bad, because they traded AJ Brown. Traylon Burks, I think, is hurt again for Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken, or they traded him or something. But
yep,
it's like, bruh,
they
like the
traded him.
dude, yeah, they need help, dog. Like they need help. And I hate when I see teams that get a young quarterback in and they throw him behind these shitty offensive lines and or they don't give him hardly no little to no weapons to work with. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was happy to see Chicago did what they did for Caleb Williams. They're like, all right, bet. Look, we're gonna invest in the O line and we're gonna find you some more fucking weapons. And we're gonna bring in an offensive minded head coach. You have no excuses. None. None. And he producing. So it's like, cool. It should get off the
Yep.
pot. That's what it boils down to. And it's like as a quarterback, as especially as a young quarterback, when you coming into the league, man, you can't just think that okay, I'm gonna throw him out there and he's gonna be all right. No, you gotta give him weapons to throw the ball, put the ball in their hands, and you have to fucking protect them. And if you do either
Mm-hmm.
or neither, do not call that kid a bust because you did not give him the tools he needed to succeed. It's just like you gonna give a class a test, but you're not gonna tell them what they testing on, and you're gonna count the grade. Like, no, it don't work like that. But man, I just think like the way college football been playing out this year, bro, we might get a whole new, and then especially with the evaluation and the combine pro day process and all of that. Like I've seen some draft years where you start off the college football season thinking that these 3 to 5 players could be in the mix for the number 1 overall pick or whatever, couple of players. By the end of the season, it's something different. By the time the fucking draft roll around, it's something different too. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you just never know. Like we came into this season thinking Lenore Sellers, Garrett Nussmeyer, and who else is it? Oh, uh, kid from Clemson. I can't remember his name. We thinking they were 3 of the top 5 quarterbacks in the draft. Now we looking at fucking Mendoza from Indiana and Simpson from Alabama. We weren't really looking for them at the
Oh
beginning
no,
of the
I've
season.
been Mendoza's always been high on my list. I've been super hip on him.
Well,
Ty
after what he
Simpson
did
came out of
last
nowhere for
year and stuff,
me, but that's
yeah.
because he wasn't, this is he's a first year starter. But I
Hmm.
realized with the way college football is moving, you only need 1 year. You
True,
really only
true,
need that one
true.
solid year, and it
But
can skyrocket you
mhm.
from people not paying attention to you to being a first round draft pick.
But another thing too is that 1 year has to be like through the moon, like crazy good. Like it has to be unbelievable. Like a Cam Newton did. Who else had a year like that? I know Cam Newton was one. It was a couple other kids. I can't remember just. But there's been players who come out of nowhere, have that crazy year, and then it's like, oh wow, look at this. Stockton who? Who you talking about, Dre? Oh, you must be talking about Gunner Stockton from Georgia. Man, get over yourself. Take off them bulldog colored glasses and be all right. Nah, but this past week in college football, I think that BYU Texas Tech game, we was probably thinking that was gonna be like this great ass game, and we thinking like it's gonna be, it's a top 10 matchup, blase blah. BYU going into Tech undefeated. Tech still having a loss, but showing big, and they came out and blew the doors off of them. Adam blanked until later on in the fourth quarter when BYU finally punched one in. But that was a convincing ass win for Texas Tech, and another reason why they got themselves where they're at in the playoff standings. Oh no, not this one. Oh, where the thing at? Anyway, but yeah, that was a good game. Um, Oregon pulled out a fucking miracle at Iowa, 18-16. Um, Wake Forest pulled off the upset of Virginia, 16-9. Cal beat Louisville, 29-26 in the upset. Auburn scared the shit out of Vandy. Vandy held on and won by 7, but that was 45-38. And Vandy had to win in overtime. In fact, they had to come back to tie the game to push it in overtime and then won in overtime. Um, and fucking Wisconsin took down Washington 13-10. Like that was, sometimes I just be like, what the fuck? Like, how did this even happen? Like sometimes in college football be having some of them games. Like I never thought a 3-5 Oregon team would be the 6-2 Washington team, but it fucking happened. I just I just always thought Oregon was a
Hmm.
fucking a walkover, but it's just like I said. When was it? I think it was last week or week four last or whatever when Miami had fucked around and lost. Because I was like, hey, this a trap game. This could be a trap game for them. And I'm not trying to put nothing bad out there or nothing like that. It was just looking at the schedule, the way they scheduled this shit lined up. I was like, oh shit, this could be one of them. And they fucked around and lost. And it just be games like that on team schedule every fucking week that we see a team drop a game that they probably shouldn't. And it's like, what the hell you gonna do? You gotta stay consistent. And that's why I think a lot of the times college football schools they have such high expectations, and that's why we see coaches like Brian Kelly and dude at Florida and all these other coaches, dude at Arkansas and everything. That's why we see these schools fire these coaches. Is because they have such high expectations set for their universities and as high standards. And when you don't meet those standards consistently enough, they get your ass out of here. They find somebody rich that's gonna pay the ticket, foot the bill, and kick you on your ass on the way out the door. But Texas A&M peaking right too. Yeah, they really are.
Hmm.
And Marcel Reed, like
Yes.
I, I'm not gonna lie, like when I saw them put him in his freshman year, I was like, damn man, I really hope this kid can stand up to the physicality of everything. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
cause he kind of skinny, and man, I seen this kid take off and run and get hit. He makes sure he protect himself sometimes. And he's getting better at being a better passer and making better decisions and stuff. Like you can see the maturation from last year to this year. And I'm really impressed by what that kid is doing, man. Like for real, for real. Like he's worked himself up into that conversation of like it's somebody you need to watch. It's definitely somebody you need to watch, and it's more than just for the like the running ability and the scrambling, the escapability, and the getting outside of the pocket and making a play. And like that kid he's starting to put it together. He's starting to really put it together, and I'm enjoying what I'm seeing from him. Indiana got lucky in my opinion. I don't know, bro. Indiana is just fucking good. At some point, you got to stop saying people lucky, and they just got good. Like that fucking pass that Mendoza made to Omar Cooper Jr. at the end of that game, that was one of them like statement plays of the year type of candidates to me because you put your team ahead with like 20, 30 seconds left. You put the ball only where your receiver can catch it. And he made one acrobatic, stupid play to get that 1 foot down in bounds and maintain control to call it a touchdown at the back of the end zone with a DB draped all over it. Like I'm sorry, that was one of those catches of the year, play of the year, like Heisman Trophy moments for me when I saw that. Sorry. That I think don't they still Dre? Don't they still run that triple option system? I
I think
want to
they
say
do.
I think they still run that triple because I know they're I know it's either Air Force or BYU. One of them got the Samoan head coach. I can't remember which one. Yeah, see, okay. I thought they still run that trope. That's why every so often, if you watch Army, Navy, or Air Force, I think Navy or Army, one of them switched offenses for a little while and then they went back to it. But they all run that triple option, old school still offense. But nah, man, I love seeing stuff like that though. To be honest with you, I love seeing those kind of quarterbacks play. But as far as this coming week in college football, we got the Georgia Texas game as a top 10 matchup that should be really fucking good. Um, I think I feel more confident about Indiana playing Wisconsin this week, especially after Wisconsin won last week and Indiana pulled out a victory last week. I think Indiana will be a lot more focused and Wisconsin will be riding that high. So I'm hoping that Indiana will just be able to pull that game out. Um, we got Notre Dame and Penn State as a top 20 matchup this week also. What are the Oklahoma and Bama in Tuscaloosa. That should be a good one. That's a 4-11 matchup. We got USC Iowa in another top 20 matchup. That's at Memorial Coliseum in
Have
LA.
you been paying attention to
And that's about it. That's all the top 10
women's
matchups.
hoops?
No, I haven't been like paying too much attention to it because I've been trying to catch up on some college football and watch them and shit. But who been sticking out to you in women's hoops so far?
Brother, hey, USC got that freshman. Hold on. Iowa, Iowa State looks fire. Audie Crooks has been hooping, hooping.
No,
She
now
went
now
crazy tonight for what was
I
it?
know you said she been
42,
yeah, I know you said she been
43.
hooping lately.
She
So
had 40.
wait, bruh. Wait, time out. Pause. Pause. Cause while we on women's hoops and you said Crooks had how many? Bruh. Hannah Hill Doggo. Let me bring up I'm gonna pull up her whole stat line because this is one ridiculous ass stat line from tonight. Okay, here it goes. Hannah Hill Doggo tonight, right? 44
I
points.
didn't know she left Arizona.
Who?
Jada Williams.
I want to say, wait, was it you that told me? Somebody told me that.
I didn't know she did until the other night when I saw. I was looking at the highlights and I saw her and I was
No, bro,
like,
because we talked. Damn, I want to say
mm-mm.
we
I thought
talked
she was
about.
still.
I was
I thought
talking
she
about
was.
this with somebody like recently, like within the last
It
month or
wasn't
so.
me because I thought she was still at. I thought she was still at Arizona. I didn't know she left.
Yeah, but bro, wait, check this
Yeah,
out though,
yo, Kiki has been hooping. I love the way UCLA looks. Lauren,
man. Fuck all that. Listen to Hannah Hidalgo's stat line from tonight: 44 fucking points,
bro.
9 rebounds, 4 assists, 16 steals.
Hey, bro. I wish TCU
16 steals? What
and
the
Notre Dame
fuck?
played each other. I really hope they see in the tournament. Yo. I
Nigga, you looking for
really
drama.
hope
That's
they see each
why.
other in the tournament because
You looking for drama.
them two girls been yes, bro, yes. But they both been hooping though. You know what I mean? Like
They really have, bro. They
respectfully
really
for their
have, bro.
teams,
They
they've been
really
hooping.
have.
Like you,
They
women's
really
ball
have.
to me, women's ball has looked so great this year because UConn looks amazing. South
Yep.
Carolina retooled and looked dope.
Yep.
Uh, Fort Wiley is hooping at LSU. Kim
Bruh.
pretty much just letting her go do
Her
her
and
thing.
Flauget have been like the backcourt from hell for
Hey,
people.
and then
And low
Williams
key,
been hooping. Like, bro, LSU might.
but this is the thing that I've noticed.
I think UCLA has the best complete team right now.
This is the thing that I've noticed about women's hoops that's a little bit different from men's hoops. Like in men's hoops, if you got a solid ass backcourt, some solid guards, and they all clicking and playing together, you could win a tournament. Women's hoops, you can have solid guard play, but you gotta have that front court play in women's hoops. It's crucial for
And
your
that's why I say
chance at success.
I love UCLA because of that front court.
bruh.
I think
Like,
UCLA has the best front court in the country right now.
let me tell you, when Dre hipped us,
I
and wait,
really
hold
do.
up. I think what's her name? Little sister is there with her now. Lauren Bell. Isn't Lauren Bell's sister there with her too? Betts, Lauren Betts. Yeah, her sister
Yeah, her
there
little
now.
sister there, her at UCLA now.
Sienna. That's who it is.
Hmm.
I was like Bell. No, Betts. My
Yeah.
bad. Wrong.
Uh-huh.
I'll get it right
They
eventually.
hooping though. Like I think I love
Bruh.
the I think it's a lot of I think right now there's team to say that team is gonna go win the tournament. Um
Mm-hmm.
I think this year is probably one of the first years. It's really as of right now is really up in the air
Mm-hmm.
and nobody has separated themselves. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest, Dre, on that last comment. In my opinion, I love the way USC looks, right? And Juju's been on the bench cheering them on. Like she's at every game. Um, like she's right there. I, I think she's, man. I'll be honest. I think she can stay USC, have a great year, and get right. But I also
Mm-hmm.
think it's going to be enticing for her to look at the UConns, to look at the LSU's, the South Carolinas. I don't know. I would love for her to stay at USC though. Don't get me wrong. With that freshman they got and like some of the other play, like bro, they could do some damage next year. But I just got this strange feeling she's leaving USC.
I don't know, bro. I don't think she leaving. I think she gonna stay because that's close to home, and she seems like one of those people that's like, I'm gonna be loyal and everything. Um, I don't think she going nowhere. And plus, like, with her having extra help around her, that's gonna help her come back off of that injury. Because that injury year, when you come back with ACL tears, major knee surgeries and stuff, like that first year is really weird. Like, I've seen a lot of athletes struggle and then they regain their footing and they're good. I've seen some that hit the ground running. Rarely do you just hit the ground running again. Um, Adrian Peterson is the only one that I've ever seen like come back from an ACL tear and be like damn near better than what he was before. So that's rare, but it really depends.
Yeah,
Do I think she has it in her to do it? Yes. It's just gonna be what has it taken out of her as far as her, quickness and athleticism is concerned. But I can't wait for it, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. But yeah, I think, to me, if we looking at one of the best teams in women's college basketball right now, uh, I'm gonna still have to go. Only reason why I'm still going with UConn is because of the veteran leadership that they still have. With women like Ozzy Fudd still on that team and whatnot,
yeah.
and it's a couple of other ones. I know they're ranked number one, but it's just like when you have women who have grinded in that game for the last 2, 3, almost 4 years or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
they're coming back and they've added other pieces to that. Like, it's hard for me to call against that, but
Yep.
it's a lot of good teams in women's college basketball.
I think right
Like,
now I'm with you. I think it's between UConn and UCLA for me. Um,
yeah.
I like some, like I said, I think also it's up in the air at the same time because a lot of these programs have different reasons why they could win it all.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, LSU, South Carolina, Notre
Mm-hmm.
Dame, TCU, Iowa State right now. I think Iowa State with that inside outside game with Audie Crooks in the middle and
Mm-hmm.
Jada Williams running the show looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
USC, a lot of people didn't think they'd be where they at right now because Juju got
No,
hurt.
bro. Wait, they
They
jumped
look
10
they
spots
look
in the
great.
AP poll this past week. They jumped 10
Yeah, they
spots and
hooping.
Baylor jumped 9
They're
spots.
hooping.
Bruh,
Um,
I put it to you like this. I'm looking at this
I
women's
I
top
need to look
25
at
right
Baylor
now.
more. I really haven't been watching Baylor.
Me, the same thing. That's why I'm like, shit, I gotta like, bro, I gotta start planning out my evenings better or something like that, because it's like, it's always some shit that I miss. that I wanted to see that I missed. I'm like, damn, I should have watched that game. I should have watched that game. But no, like last thing I was gonna say about women's college hoops right now. You know how back in the day, and we talked about this for the last few years, and we keep bringing it up. We're gonna bring it up every college basketball season for the women. Lately, there's more than just those handful of teams that you see winning the national title. Like I know it's early on. I know most teams haven't even played 3, 4 games yet. I get that, but I'm just saying these last few years in women's college hoops, we've been able to look at even early on in the season, like we are right now. There's at minimum 3 to 5 teams that I could see legit winning the national title this year. Like at least 3 to 5 right now, barely 2 to 3 games into the season. And it's only because these women are so talented and they came back. And then some of these teams have added pieces, whether it's through the portal or through freshman recruiting or what have you. Like if NCAA is smart, they put UCLA and UConn on opposite sides of the bracket for a semifinal. Listen, I'm not. I don't want to speculate that far ahead how they gonna do the brackets and shit. But if everything stays the same now until the end of the season, that would be a good play because you want to make
Mm-hmm.
the other thing is like I think in the women's game when you looking at those 1 seeds, those 2 seeds, and you could go sometimes in the women's game. You like right now you can go as deep as a 3 or 4 seed. You could be like, I could see that team winning the title. On the men's side, it's a lot of times it's kind of predictable and then it's kind of not. But I don't know, bro. I just feel like the women's game is in a much healthier spot, and I think it's because those ladies stay for longer periods of time to help those programs build. Um, what Dre saying? UCLA, UConn, USC, or LSU. I'm with you on that, but I could also see South Carolina still pulling something out. I could see Texas pulling something out. I could see USC pulling it out. I could see maybe even Iowa State or TCU, like Keys was saying earlier, teams that's ranked 16 and 17 respectively. Like I could even see them, you know, pulling out a national title run. But it's just the way the women's hoops game is so healthy and how Keys and I have been talking about the last few years, how they followed directly into the WNBA season and shit. Like I just love the way it goes. I love the way the women's game is flowing and everything, and I'm happy with what I'm seeing from it. It's really been one of those these last few years has just been something exciting. I feel like South Carolina lost to me. Very much never kind of no, and she's always gonna reload and retool every single year. So it's not like we talking about something crazy or nothing like that. Like nah, Dawn gonna do her thing every single year. It ain't shit nobody else could do about it. Right now I'm
It
is at
really ain't. Dawn
halftime.
retools. She re. I think Dawn retools the best out of everybody.
Oh, for sure, easily, easily. Um, right now this halftime score isn't got out of hand already with the Thunder and the Lakers. Like I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck did they are they down by 32 at halftime? Like it's just it's bad all the way around for the Lakers tonight. Like they really not doing anything right.
Yeah,
It just seems like it's gonna be one of them games where it's like shit. They not gonna pull this one out. They might as well just save face and do the best you can and make the score look as good as possible. But nah, man, I'm liking the way the hoops game is going this year overall. Um, shout out to UH being ranked number 1 overall for the first time in think a couple years. This is the first time they've been ranked number one overall. I think they were ranked. They got up to number one a couple years ago, and then like lost to fucking Memphis or somebody. I think it was. But shout out to them.
Yeah, think so.
Other teams that's been holding it down. Um, it's crazy because Purdue and UH like flip flop spots one and two in the rankings this past week. Um, I don't know how because they both pretty much played cupcakes. Let me see something. Who did Purdue play? Yeah, they played Evansville and Oakland. Now, was coincidentally when Purdue played Oakland, they only won by 10. UH played Oakland tonight and won by 33. Now, UH got flip flop in the rankings with Purdue from 2 to 1. I think it was yesterday when the men's rankings came out, and then they played what's his name, Oakland tonight. So just seeing them totally dominate a team that Purdue barely beat by 10, I don't know, man. But Kelvin Sampson been cooking something over there, and is huge thanks to Tillman Fertitta for putting in the money to fund that program and everything. Um, Dawn and Gino retool the best. Yeah, the Gino Auriemma has been able to keep that train going at UConn for like 30 years or whatever. Because I remember like I was in fucking high school and they were kicking ass and taking names. And back then it was UConn and Tennessee was the top two programs in the country. So imagine the portal in the early '90s for men's basketball. Oh, shit! Say man, that would have been wild. That would have been wild. I would have loved to have seen it in the women's game too, because every so often you would get like the, especially men's and women's, you would get these like motherfucking like people who would just be unbelievable ballers. Cause I know me and my homeboy used to get into it all the time. He'd be like, "Man, but this dude averaged 30 points a game and 10 assists and blah blah blah." I'm like, "Bro," but he was at fucking Montana State doing that. That don't mean shit. That don't mean he's gonna translate to the league. And him and I used to get into it all the time. And I'll never forget. He thought Jimmer Fredette was gonna be something special, and Jimmer was shit. But I don't know, man. It is what it is. College ball been decent so far. It's been doing us good. Um, One thing that I am worried about though is just seeing how, again, it goes back to expectations. A lot of times you can't expect your expectations to align with whatever it is that you're dealing with or going through or whatever. So sometimes people just set themselves up for failure when they're expecting their team to do great and do all these amazing things and stuff like that. And it's like, nah, you can't expect that because you know you should set the right table of expectations. Basically, is what I'm saying for yourself, before you fool yourself. One thing that I think we definitely need to set the proper expectations for. It was just announced today. It hasn't been made official yet, but it's somewhat official, I guess, as far as this sport is concerned. But we getting Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua in next month, as a matter of fact. I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I have two thoughts and kind of two feelings about it. The first thought and or feeling
It's stupid.
is definitely stupid and it doesn't make sense and this is definitely a cash grab. My other thought about this is Anthony Joshua needs to end this quickly and it needs to be brutal to put Jake Paul in his place number one and to at least start to regain some of his fucking confidence number two. because not only is his glass chin one of his biggest enemies, but it's the complete lack of faith and confidence in himself sometimes that I feel he gets into the ring with lately, after especially over his last like 6, 7 fights. Because a lot of those have been losses, and they haven't been good losses. He's looked terrible. Um, I don't know, bro. I'm just when this was announced and I put out the tweet from the pod account, I was just like, this seems like an attempt on Jake Paul's part to legitimize his boxing career, and on Anthony Joshua's part to help regain the confidence as he lost from this losing streak that he's been on. And that's basically what I see from a fight being announced like that, especially given it about a month or a few weeks before the fight. Like clearly Joshua isn't taking it that serious because he would give himself about 3 months at least. Um, as for Jake Paul, all attention is good attention according to these content creators. So it's so obvious Jake Paul pays these guys off to win. I don't think he really pays them off to win. I think that they don't take it serious because they think he's a YouTuber or whatever. He can't beat me. I could kick his ass. And at first, he wasn't even fighting like legit boxers. He was fighting either tomato cans or MMA guys that was transitioning to boxing or whatever. They awkward as fuck with boxing shoes and gloves on. Fucking fought Tyson. Exactly, and that you could tell like Mike wasn't really trying to hurt him in that fight either. But it is what it is. This is what boxing has become. As much as it's one of the sports that we love, I absolutely hate what it's looking like right now. So, am I still gonna watch? Goddamn right, I'm still gonna watch. Just because it's a boxing match and it's gonna be pretty decently high profile, I'm still gonna watch. Um, Now, will I go out of my way to make sure I'm seated and watching it live? Of course not. Nothing's gonna stand in the way between me and the bag. If a bag is there, I'm going for the bag. But I'm definitely planning on making it and watching that fight for sure. But I don't even feel like putting on a rant this week, to be honest with y'all, because I don't even feel like bringing no bad vibes or negative energy right now. I just want to chill. We gonna keep it copacetic. For my brother Keys, for the folks over at Dubby Energy, for all 140 whatever of y'all that tuned in, appreciate y'all. I'm pretty sure this little polo V-neck T-shirt is gonna be my new favorite pod shirt because it's white and it don't distort the beard. Plus, it got a V-neck, so it lets the beard fall against the skin in the camera, and I like the way that looks. Except when if it cool off, I'm pulling out the hoodie. Y'all already know I'm pulling out the fucking hoodie. Fuck that. Cause I'd rather my house be cold than to me have a heater on and shit, and I'm stuffy and it's too hot. Nah, I don't want all that. But I think Key's internet's still tripping or something. But anyway, man, we'll holler at y'all most likely next week for episode 100. Um, we may change up the day and the time because it is episode 100, so we may do something different next week. We may not do it on Wednesday night. It may be a special pop-up episode or something like that, but we're gonna try to do something special, something next week. We'll keep y'all posted though. Whatever episode 100 drop is gonna be a big deal. We're gonna try to make it a big deal. But for everybody who commented, reposted, like, retweet, whatever it is, shared, tuned in, even whether you commented or not, you said something. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll holler at y'all next week for episode 100. Peace.